This tutorial will provide a general overview of the mastery component in Schoology. Here is a unit that a teacher has set up with some different activities and assignments. The first one is a test. Inside that test, each question is aligned to a standard. Here's a project, and you can see that this project has standards aligned as well. This happens to be in the form of a rubric for assessment. A discussion can also have standards assigned to them, as can materials that you post. So here's just a PDF document. When I hover over the standard, you can see a summary of it. Students would not see this particular piece down here, but teachers could use it to organize their materials. Now, to view mastery results, once students have submitted assignments or completed tests, you click on the mastery option on the left navigation pane. Here it takes you to your mastery report screen. You can see your students, and there's a color-coded chart that shows progress toward mastery. The red ones, of course, are not achieving mastery, and the ones that have achieved mastery have a little star next to them, and you can determine exactly how that mastery level is accomplished. The number in each box shows how many assessments have been taken to complete that report. So here you can see there's 3 assessments, a project, discussion, and a test, and you can see the mastery achievement on each of those assignments when you hover over that. Some of these only have 1. You can see at the top the standards are indicated, and then the little progress bar shows how many students in the class have actually achieved standards. So when the bar is all the way over, the class has all completed that. You can see also down below how many have exceeded or just simply meet expectations on that standard, and that is indicated by a light green or a dark green down below as well. I can click on the name of a standard at the top to get a little more detailed information about achievement on that standard. So here I can see the overall in the first column, and then the other columns have broken down by each individual assignment. So the video, the discussion, and the test. And to see the number 3 under the test here, you can see that there were 3 questions on that test pertaining to this particular standard. And then the student achievements are listed down here. So the student got 1 out of 3 correct, 2 out of 3, or 3 out of 3. The number 4 here indicates how many points were assigned to that standard on the rubric. This view can foster some good discussions about the effectiveness of assessments or student progress. For instance, with Coach here, scored 100% on the test, but did poorly on the 2 applications for that standard. This can lead to questions about the quality of the test, or the activities themselves, or possibly the student understands at a basic level but cannot apply that information for that standard. So you can talk about these as a PLC and think about the effectiveness of your standards and just student progress in general. You'll notice that I'm clicked on student achievement, but I can also click on learning objectives, and it will break down results by objective rather than student. And then I get the box and whisker plots so I can see how students are doing. When I hover my mouse over them, I get more detailed feedback on each item. Here I'm back at my main mastery screen. I want to point out this gear icon with the drop down. When I'm here, I can choose my mastery settings. So under here I have a little slider where I can indicate where the star appears at which level, and as I slide that it changes my number, or I can simply change the number down here. I can also choose where the exceed expectations piece begins, as well as how many different mastery levels need to be achieved in order to receive actual mastery. So if there are 3 different ways that that standard's being assessed, I could say they have to apply all 3 of them at mastery level to achieve the mastery rating. And then you can also choose if you want to go by highest score or average on each objective, especially if there's multiple opportunities. And then down here you can choose different ways to display that achievement level. I'm using numeric or percentage here. And then you'd simply save your changes, and then that will update how things are scored here. Notice all these stars disappeared because only 1 student has achieved mastery on 3 different attempts. Under the gear icon, you also have the option to export summary and detailed information about students. If I want to take a look at an analysis of individual test questions, I would simply open my test, go to the Results tab, and then when I'm there, I view by question. So click on that. There's a See Stats option to the left of or to the right of each question, and there it shows you the number of respondents that have chosen each particular answer. And you can review your test items that way. If you want to see more information, you can click on the View Responses next to each item, and there you will see each student's response to a particular question. The ones that are correct are in green, the ones that are incorrect are red.